like, okay, so all these things are happening. What are we going to do? Are we just going to stand by and do it again? And it's like, that's why they put the fluoride in the water, is because we're so docile. We don't even fight fucking back on anything. And that's exactly what they wanted to create, is like, not to get everybody so numb and so avoidant. But now that everything's exploding in everyone's faces, you can't not be affected by it. And that's... you know, what Mom warned about for a very, very long time is like, you can run from it for as long as you think that you can. Eventually, you're not going to be able to run from this anymore. Like, the system is collapsing. Like, you can't avoid that reality that this has to occur.
It's like literally everything that we know of how illusionary it is in its implosion right now. Like, the media has been imploding. Politics been imploded, continuing to implode. I think the legal system also on its way to imploding. The food industry imploding, the beauty industry imploding, the housing industry imploding, the financial markets imploding, Hollywood imploding. So it's like, you know, where do we go from here? And it's going to be interesting to see how the masses digest all of this, because it's still the tip of the iceberg. And that is what is both concerning but also like exciting in the way of like, okay, we're finally here where like, and a good amount of truth is rolling out, and it, like you said, it no longer can be avoided.
And I feel like this is what everybody has wanted for so long, and it's just like, it's been foretold, like, it's not going to, you know, look pretty. It's not to have fear about it, but, you know, for those that are just not going to be able to handle the overwhelming amount of information coming at all sides and hasn't prepared themselves mostly on a mental level for it all, then, you know, that's what everybody had to be ready for. It's like, people, you know, yes, there's physical prepping and blah, 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 and it's like, that's, you know, more of a fear base, because God, Source, the Galactics, everybody watching this show is not going to let this be a total shitstorm. Yes, there is going to be chaos, but it's only because it's in people. You know, the fear is the chaos, and that's why there will be, like, crazy stuff happening, but we know there's a plan to it all, and that's why everything's going to be okay. But why people needed to wake up first was to really prepare to grapple the magnitude of this mentally, because there's so many people out there that have not done that work, that we have to stabilize that. While people are losing it mentally, the whole mental the whole mental field of the planet, is like gonna be like off its wobble, emotional off its wobble. It's like some people have to hold center through that as we go through like this huge activation through all of the layers of our, you know, auric field or our body. You know what I mean? We have the casual body, mental, emotional, Buddhic. It's like we have to be centered in every single one, while everybody else is, while they're like shaking as they wake up.
I mean, this is what Mom would always talk about when she would say like the egos are going to have internal combustion. And like this is what she was referring to, was when the mind, you know, when we talk about the mind and that mental body of the collective, it's so fragile, right? Because it's built on like false beliefs and just misperceptions and all of these things. So it's like when so much truth and so much like hard to swallow pills come out at one time, what that does is it literally, the mental bodies of the collective and of the individual can't handle it, because it is too like disturbing to their mind and to their mental field. So what happens is that they have a combustion from within, and it can go in like into a transformation, or it can go you know, the other way. But that is all we can do, is like really hold the space.
I feel like, and that's why we've had to prepare for